Hello, everyone. Happy Fierce Female Friday. We're back. Sara, we're back.
Yay, we're back.
Yay.
Hello, everyone.
Yay. Summer break was fun. It was fast for some, slow for others. We're so happy to have you all back with us. As always, please let us know where you're watching from. I mean, this time of year, people are on vacations. I know we have some community members who are in Greece, others who are at the beach this week. So let us know where you're hanging out. And let's have some fun and share your Instagram. Share your Instagram link in the comments so that we can follow along with all of your fabulous travels as we walk through the next month. Well, 5 weeks until the event. Oh my gosh.
I'm also sharing the WomanUP Insta handle.
Oh, perfect.
Official.
Yes, if you are not following WomanUP on Instagram, we are kicking it into high gear as we step into the 40 days before the event till we are all, can we just say hallelujah and amen that we are all back together in person again? Like, I cannot wait to see everyone. I mean, and I can't wait to hear like the squeals of people like running down the halls towards each other, like, ah! We're gonna have to remember everybody's name again, right? Thank goodness for the lanyards and the badges. Oh yeah. It's okay if you forgot someone's name. It's been a while. Shame on you.
Yes and no, but you know what though? We have been going back to in person, right? And we're going to Inman next month, August 1st. No, August 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But WomanUP's a little different than any other in-person event you've ever been to. So
that's so good. Which kind of leads us to these amazing women who are here with us today. We'll pepper in some updates as we go, but we really want to give Kama and Annette an opportunity to not only share who they are, also talk about their experience inside the community, some events that they've been to that really made an impact on them, and then what they are looking forward to. So obviously, you all know, you've seen the emails. The WomanUP conference is August 30th, 31st, and September 1st. The tickets are on sale. We've got a little over 50% of the tickets sold already. I think maybe 60%, somewhere around there. So there are tickets available. However, we all know how salespeople are. We wait to the last minute to buy tickets. So don't miss out, because not only are the tickets on sale right now, the rooms are at an outrageous, I think it's $319. Is that correct, Sara?
That's correct. Yeah. And these rooms are probably going for, we got the $319 rate. They go for anywhere from $600 to $800 a night.
Yes. It is such a steady deal. And that rate, the $319 rate, ends on August 1st. So please, if you've already bought your ticket, but you didn't reserve your room, please make sure to do that before you miss out on that amazing deal. And then if you haven't got your ticket, head on over to IamWomanUp.com. You're going to get all of that information. So let's start with you, Kama. You want to introduce yourself? I mean, I know you've been on the show and you've shared your wisdom in the past, but for those that don't know you, tell us a little bit about you, Kama.
Well, for one, I'm super excited. So if I'm smiling a little bit too much, it's just everything is like surreal because we're about to meet. You guys have no idea, ladies have no idea how excited I am. But Kama Burton, proud broker owner of CMB Realty Services, and the CMB stands for my children's initials. We are located in Moreno Valley, and I don't even know what else to say. But I have a brokerage out here. We have about 16 agents. We're growing, doing some phenomenal things, and I'm just super excited to be a part of the WomanUP community. I'm also the local president of my association, which is the Inland Valleys Association of REALTORS. Proud thing. And so, yeah, that's just a little bit about me.
Wait a minute, before we whiz on by, the last time you were on the show, I feel like you had 4 agents. Like you just like went, oh, we got 16 agents. I'm like, did you say 16?
Quadruple?
Yes, I have 16 agents. Yes. In the last few months, I think I hired like maybe 5 agents. This year, I think I've hired about 7 agents. Things are just like moving. It's almost scary,
Mm.
but good,
Wow.
but good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that. I love that.
Yes.
How about you, Annette? Share a little bit about you. Who is Annette? And don't forget to include your new job.
Yes, thank you so much. So Annette Anthony, I am the Director of Corporate Engagement for Exit Realty Corp International, and I exist to help our agents increase their confidence to use the tools and resources to close more business, to help more people, to make the experience better. And I just love it. I work with an amazing team. I consider them my family. We just happen to be in the business of real estate. Yeah.
Mm. Well, we are so thankful to Exit. They are one of our diamond sponsors and have been for many years now. We actually have Tami is joining us for a solo talk this year,
Yes.
which is so exciting. In 2019, our last event, we kind of collided with the Exit event that was happening. I think it was in Tennessee.
Yes.
I feel like it was in Nashville. And so she wasn't able to be there. So we were like, are you coming? Let's get you on stage. And she's going to be talking about pain points, like pressure points.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
all of the possibilities that pressure points kind of create in our lives. So I'm really looking forward to that. Like, I'm getting chills thinking about it. So we're so thankful. We're so very grateful. How about, Kama, how about share, what was one of your favorite WomanUP moments?
The connections, for sure. That is huge, because this is probably one of the very few groups, if not one of the, very few groups that I've connected the way that I have. And it's been so genuine, and it has helped me just throughout me even just having my brokerage. For example, I have I was introduced to someone who is helping me with my rebranding. And if it wasn't for the WomanUP community, I would have pulled from God knows where in order to find someone. So it's just that the connections are like no other.
So I love that. Can I tack on to that, Kama? Because your name came up when I was talking to Leslie Rouda Smith, the 2022 NAR president. And she, first of all, she's coming along with her entire leadership team, who are all female. Yay!
Yeah.
So we'll see them all at WomanUP 2022 this year. I'm so excited about that. But we were talking about how she had met you. She saw your story on stage. You talked afterwards. And then you all saw each other at another real estate event. Correct. And she's like, and it was a group of you. And she's like, do you all know where we first met? And everybody said WomanUP at that moment. So beautiful. So I'm so excited to announce that Leslie Rouda Smith and her entire leadership team will be at WomanUP on our stage. And also, I want to add that not only is that historic for NAR, we do have made history at CAR with a majority female leadership team head next year so right now we have Otto Katrina, who's our president. We love Otto. But in addition to Otto, we have 3 amazing women. So our president-elect, Jennifer Branchini, our treasurer, Heather Ozur, and our 2023 president-elect, Melanie Barker, will all join Otto and John Sebree, our new CEO, on stage at our WomanUP conference. So I just wanted to, you gave me that spark to share that amazing plug about connections.
And I'll just say, we were in Chicago for, I was there for, it was the president-elects, they go for their training, and I'm walking towards the hotel, and Leslie Rouda Smith is behind me, and she recognized me. And what I loved about it wasn't about titles. She actually said, hey, come have a drink with us. And she kind of laughed because my favorite drink is the Shirley Temple. But she introduced me to people, and it was just a beautiful thing. And those are the connections that I'm speaking of, that we have, that you just never know who you're going to meet, where you're going to meet them, and how they will impact your life. So Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
beautiful.
And I think that so Leslie Rouda Smith has spoken. We had her on the show for Shine a Light. She was with us in 2019. I'm actually thinking the only Jen Branchini has spoken. Heather Ozur has spoken for us. Actually, Heather was one of the co-MCs, the very, very first Woman Up in 2017. I'm thinking Melanie Barker has not been on the stage yet. So
She has been only on, and by the way, it was 2020, right? So it was the pandemic when we had
Yes.
a Leading Through Crisis series.
Yes.
So she was on our virtual stage, but you are
Yes.
absolutely right. She was not on our main in-person Amazing Woman Up stage. So we're going to welcome her with open arms. And it is because of her addition that we've made history.
Yes. I love it. Herstory. I love it. So we've got amazing voices that we are weaving together into the tapestry. Sara and I are in our infamous collaboration doc phase right now. And I'm going to get chills again. These topics are so good. And we want to remind everyone how the content is built for the event, because it's very different than most events that you go to. And that is that we actually allow the stories to tell us what topics are ready to be spoken about on the stage. So women from all over the country fill out the Share Your Story form, and then we start to see these beautiful commonalities, like a conversation about overcoming rises, a conversation about starting out rises, a conversation about letting go rises. We do have a really interesting conversation about kind of this, what's my next new season? And like women who have sold their real estate brokerage and started in a different business, women who are in, regular residential, maybe tapping into things around crypto, like just some really interesting, inspiring stories that are going to be on stage. And we look forward to kind of unveiling those a little bit more as we go. Yes.
So I'm so excited to hear about what Annette's favorite Woman Up moment has been.
It was in Las Vegas, actually. It was at Inman Connect when I first got a taste of Woman Up in person. And it was just, it was interesting to see a lot of the people that I respect in the industry in the same room. And it gave me an opportunity to reconnect with them. And just looking around the room and saying, wow, we all have there's a lot of people in common in this room. And people that there's even individuals that I respect, but I've never gotten a chance to meet, that because the environment was more intimate, we could actually sit and have a conversation and just connect with each other. Forget the brands that was out at the door, right? And you just come into this collaboration of just womanhood, which was amazing, entrepreneurs. And I also met a lot of new people there. And as much as I enjoy speaking and I'm very socially gregarious, I am also pretty shy. That's like a secret that not everybody knows. But what I do is I force myself to get out of my comfort zone, and I go into environments like this. And obviously you immediately fall in love with this, right? You get to meet some really amazing people, which then introduced me to your virtual event that you had. And, that was good. It wasn't in person, obviously, but it was better than, canceling the event in general. So I'm so glad you guys persisted to do something new that you hadn't before, just for the sake of connecting people, which was so meaningful for everyone. And I got to speak at a breakout session for you guys. So those were really great moments, because here's what I know: regret is forever. And if you're kind of like, I don't know if that group is for me, and if you decide, you know what, I shouldn't, I probably won't, and get busy doing other things, you'll regret it, because it is absolutely empowering to be part of a group of just female entrepreneurs who want to see each other succeed. And that's the best that's wonderful sentiments that I've got.
Oh, I love that. You know what, interesting thing, like when you're saying that, like I'm feeling all warm and fuzzy, because we have created a space where everyone is welcome at the table, right? It's very inclusive, and we love to expand it. And so there are men and women in the room. no matter what gender you identify with, you're welcome in the room. All shades and shapes and all of the deliciousness, right?
Yes.
There's a curiosity, I think, that comes from people who have never been to a WomanUP, that maybe don't consider themselves women and are like, should I go? And I say, if you are asking yourself that question,
Right.
the answer is yes.
Yes.
Because we have had some of the most amazing moments. I don't know, Kama, were you there in 2018 when we were in downtown LA? Okay, so maybe you'll remember this. Imran stood up when we were asking like for people to share their their aha moments. And
Imran Pilati,
Yeah, he's awesome.
He is so awesome. He stood up in a room packed with mainly women, took the mic and said, I am blown away. I had no idea what rolled through women's minds all day long. Like, oh, I've got to do this. Oh, I need to be safe here. Should I walk on that side of the street or not? Like he had never been in a room where women were vulnerably sharing these, the things that we naturally talk to each other about, right? You know, like we hold our keys in between our fists. He's never been in a room where people were talking about that. And he was like, I am even more enamored and wowed by women after sitting in this room, because he had an understanding, right? He had experienced something that he had never done before. So it's a beautiful place to be. You know, we do, but outside of the CAR leadership, we do really honor the WomanUP stage as a place for women who have stories to tell that they maybe are uncomfortable sharing other places first. And Kama is a great example of this. So is Sabrina Brown, where once they get their feet wet on the WomanUP stage, people are like, hey, can you come over here and share your story there? And how about here? And, Inman's and National Association of REALTORS events. So it's a great place to come in and gain your confidence.
Absolutely. And it's introduced me into a more of a deeper relationship with like the Bernice Rosses of the world. Right. And then I had just attended Awesome Females. When you come into an environment like WomanUP, it opens up opportunities of groups, whether they're online or they're in person, but it definitely enriches your life. You just keep opening up these opportunities, and it just is incredible.
And I have to say, it's very encouraging for someone who was on the fence. I always share with people my story, how I was on the fence about even opening up the brokerage. I knew I was going to get my license, but just the support that I received on the stage was so overwhelming that and then I'm watching all of these women doing the very thing that I convinced myself I couldn't do. And I was like, I can do this. So that was my motivating factor. And I actually have some ladies in my office that wants to attend WomanUP this year, and I'm super excited. And I tell you, everyone I come across, I'm always sharing the information, because it meant so much to me to be sitting here in my office, my brokerage, and I'm helping so many others. It's just, like I said, it's like no other. So I don't know if anybody hasn't attended or if you're thinking about it, it's probably one of the best investments into yourself, because this is one of those things you don't want to see on social media. You don't want to see the pictures. You don't want to see the videos and said, I should have went. I'm telling you, you want to attend, because that experience is not, you can't get that virtually. You can't feel that same energy. So it has literally matured me a lot, I will say, as well, has matured me. And it's just one of those things I don't think people should miss.
Same, comma, same.
FOMO is real. You don't want that.
It is.
It is real, especially with the amount of social media mavens that attend WomanUP. Like the feed will be full of it. Oh, yeah. Something that triggered when you were saying that, comma, that people who haven't gone and the investment, there are scholarships available to attend WomanUP.
There are.
And so if there's somebody who's like, gosh, I really want to go, but that $4.99, you've not been before, maybe you're not a member of the association, and you're thinking, gosh, it's a little steep. Like, please don't let that hold you back. We can drop a link, or you can simply email womanup@car.org, and get information. Oh, thank you, Sara. The WomanUP Scholarship, we've had so many people attend the conference, both in person and virtually. And it's like you're hearing here, it's life-changing. It's life enhancing and life-changing, because it does change the trajectory of your life and your business. You meet people who hold up a mirror for you and say, really, would you say that to your 7-year-old self? Like, you can't do that. Of course you wouldn't.
And it makes me think about creating or putting together an intentional list of those female entrepreneurs that I know would absolutely walk away really loving the experience. So we have a little bit of time, and I know all of you watching should do the same. You know, start putting together your list of beautiful people and invite them to this event.
That's so good. All right. So I know that the both of you need to fly off into your amazing lives in the weekend. Kama, do you want to share what is one thing you're looking forward to at the event that's happening at the end of next month?
Honestly, just sitting in that room and soaking up every moment. When it comes to conferences, I try to go to everything, and I will be there. I just want to soak up everything that's going to be poured into myself, and be able to network with everyone afterwards. So that's what I'm really looking forward to.
I love that.
That's great.
I want to do that too, because I've been multitasking through every single virtual conference I've ever attended. And I want to stop that and just be fully present. So I love that, Kama. What about
Good
you?
word.
What about you, Annette?
You know, I want to meet people, and I want to find out where I can add value to them. You know, you come a point in your life where you're either raising your hand up because you need help, right? Or you're reaching down to help someone, or you're the person who's just watching, right? There's 3 perspectives, and I want to be the one reaching out reaching out to help people in whatever else they're looking to accomplish. I want to be, a mentor. I definitely want to be a friend. You know, in this industry, we have a lot of, business relationships that we make, right? And one thing in my life, outside of Exit, is I'd love to meet more female women, to make friends. Like, not just, hey, let's connect because we're going to talk about a product we're doing together, but I want to talk about your family. I want to talk about you. I want to talk about what your goals and your dreams are. And I don't believe that we can have too many friends, and especially female, entrepreneurs. So I'm really looking forward to connecting with new people, and of course, adding value.
Oh, I love that. One of the circle up sessions that we're going to be doing on, I believe it's Wednesday, don't hold me to that, wait till the agenda comes out, is a meet a mentor, be a mentor.
Love it.
So where you can come in and say, like, here are the things that I would love to offer as my wisdom, who needs these, and then vice versa, right? This idea, because we talked about, I think actually it was my topic at the first WomanUP, was mentoring. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that was my topic. And it's this beautiful connection back to that first event, which is like, that's one of the core values, is connecting those people in our community to one another, right? And not only for business, to your point, Annette, right? Like for life companionship, right?
Yeah.
We do life together around here, and getting to know each other at those events is a huge part of that. And Sara and I did the walkthrough at the Pasea. It is so gorgeous. Like, ladies and gentlemen, bring your resort gear. This is like it's all shades of blue. There's a little orange splashed in. It is beachy and beautiful, and you can see the ocean out the windows. I mean, treat yourself.
Can't
Treat
wait.
yourself. Get a little something new.
And the weather will be absolutely perfect in Huntington Beach at the end of August.
Yes.
Absolutely superb.
This will be my first in-person WomanUP event. First.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna love it.
Can't wait.
Yes, and Asia, our DJ, is coming back. So for those of you who love the way that Asia DJs, like, she's gonna bring it. So bring your dancing shoes.
Nice.
We have the welcome reception that follows, of course, wine tasting with the Mondavi sisters. We have Alicia Mondavi, maybe she'll be bringing some of her sisters alongside that art class. And then we'll flow into our, quick sip at the welcome reception as people are getting checked in. We'll have a little something for you to nibble on and sip, and then out for the evening for dinners. We are going to hopefully have our WaveMakers hosting some dinners on Tuesday and Wednesday, so stay tuned for updates on that. We have to circle up with them and find out who's available to do that. And then Wednesday, a full day, right? We're going to start in the morning. We're going to have inspiration and motivation and activation from the stage. Then we'll have lunch together. The afternoon will be the circle up sessions, which is our version of the mastermind. And then Wednesday afternoon will be our sunset soiree, which we did ticket this year because everybody asked us in 2019, please make that separate from the ticket. So it's $29. There's going to be food and drink and photo booths and
fun
music and all sorts. The decor is freaking gorgeous. So that's Wednesday night. And then Thursday, guess who's coming live, everyone? Leslie Appleton Young.
So
My
fun.
favorite.
Yes, our final tease for today is Leslie Appleton Young is doing a live coffee and conversations with Leslie on Thursday at 8:00. So we're going to do kind of like a snacky, like a continental breakfast with coffees for her coffee and conversation. And then instead of doing a traditional lunch on our last day, we're going to do brunch. We're going to brunch it up, like mix it up and have a delicious brunch. And then we're going to
BYO mimosas. Bring your own.
Really noted.
That's right. That's right. Well, because that afternoon we are creating sacred space for you to all take over the ballroom and say, like, I want to talk about this topic that we learned about during the conference. That was something that we got in a lot of the feedback, which was we want to be able to mastermind, but we don't want a topic. We want to just be able to get in that room and say, let's talk about recruiting. Let's talk about business planning. Let's talk about downsizing or mergers or whatever it is that you want to talk about. So we'll have space for you to do that. And amazing women like Annette, Tami, Bonnell will be in the room there to help us all out. And then, can you imagine sitting down with Kama and hearing the story of how she started her brokerage?
That's awesome, Kama.
Like she's going to be able to tell you what it's like. Oh,
Yep.
And there's going to be yoga and meditation. I've never done meditation, so I cannot wait. Never. Like, I don't even know how to do it.
Well, you know what, Annette?
Yeah.
I did the first time I did yoga was on WomanUP's virtual
Yes.
event. That was I purposely got up extra early, had my yoga clothes for that because I'd never done it. And I love it. Even though I don't do the yoga all the time, but I enjoyed it and I had my first experience through WomanUP. So you're gonna get experiences that you never probably had.
Yes.
And if this show has not convinced you to attend, please follow me. I will call you and talk to you and encourage you. You have to come. You cannot miss this. Absolutely cannot miss this.
Kama,
How do we
sign up
follow
twice?
you? I'm sorry, Annette. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Kama, you're going to make me sign up twice. That's how excited I am to go. I can't wait to see you there.
So
Yeah.
if our attendee, our audience today has questions for each of you, how do we get in touch with you?
Well, for me, you can follow me on Facebook under Kama Thomas. It should say Burton now. Also on Instagram. I'm trying to build my numbers. You also help me. I'm under Kama Speaks, trying to understand that Instagram thing just a little bit more. So Kama Speaks, and that's Kama Speaks.
Awesome. You can just take out your mobile device. You can create a brand new text message to the number 85377. And my vanity code is 3 words all together. It's engage with Annette. So engage with Annette. First name, Annette, Annette. All together, no spaces in between, upper and lowercase, don't worry about it. But engage with Annette to 85377. You'll get my mobile business card. You can call, text, email, download my contact information. I want to be a resource, but I can't wait to see you there. Come
love
on.
it.
Are we going
So
to
I
do
know
that together?
we
Come
both-
on.
Doing it right now.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes, yes. If I know that the both of you need to go, so we want to honor that time. If you wouldn't mind just dropping in those links before you fly off, Sara and I will wrap it up, but feel free to go and cheer on. Is it your son, Annette, that's playing? Your son?
Yes, he's
Yes.
playing for Major League Baseball. He's on the MLB Draft League. Today's his first game. So I'm excited.
Yes. So
Like
we are sending you.
I get allergies just thinking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Well, we are sending, we'll be there with you in spirit, sister. Good luck to him. I know, Kama, you are just like getting things taken care of over there. So we will see both of you, of course, online and in about 38 days. And
Can't
honey,
wait.
thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much for
ladies.
joining us. Yes,
All right.
thank you.
Everyone.
Okay, Miss Sara.
Oh, we staying
What?
on?
Yeah, let's stay on. Let's stay on.
Are we
I
gonna
wanna make sure
dish?
Yes, let's dish. Okay, so we talked about tickets are for sale. IamWomanUp.com. Go definitely take care of that. Also, while you're there, hit the button to reserve your room because you really want to make sure that you get that taken care of before the 1st of August, because of course rooms go up. Was there anything that we didn't talk about that you wanted to talk about?
Let me look at my notes because we wanted to make sure I think we didn't really explain that we have two. I think we talked about it, but we didn't explain that we have two pre-conference events. One is wine tasting and with the Mondavi sisters that you talked about, Debra, but there's another event that we just signed on with the venue, and this is at the same time, so it's on Tuesday afternoon. It's our pre-con where we have invited an artist to come teach us how to paint together. So we're going to paint the pier, and it's a wonderful experience. I've done it with or without wine, but definitely something to, get your creative juices flowing. So that will be really exciting. I'm excited about that one.
Yeah. And so we will have a place to register for that. For those of you who have already purchased a VIP ticket, this would be an option if you don't want to do the wine tasting, which is of course why we created it. So if you've already purchased the VIP pass, but you're thinking, gosh, I really don't want to do the wine, or you're taking the summer off from booze, you now have an opportunity in there too. So as soon as that goes live, if you want to get signed up for that, we'll take care of you for that. But be watching next week because we will be promoting that along with the wine tasting and the sunset soiree so that you don't miss any of the add-on opportunities, because of course the hotel needs numbers. And so we want to make sure that we're getting it out to you as often as possible, getting it on your radar. And once it's on your radar, I do believe that Annette said this so beautifully before she left, which is make a list, right? Don't keep Woman Up to yourself. Like if you've already purchased your ticket, think, who are the people in my life that would really love to be there with me? That we've always been talking about, like, oh, let's go on vacation together, or let's do something together. Like this is a combination of powerful personal development, business development, and a whole lot of fun in a resort hotel.
That's so true. And it is business, right? It is professional development. And that can be a write-off if, depending on what you do with your taxes, right? So there you go. It's a business expense. I did want to say one thing about the venue, and that is, I know we talked about Paseo, and Paseo is absolutely gorgeous, but Paseo is also connected to their Pacific City Mall. And it's an outdoor, beautiful mall, beautifully designed. There's an Equinox, there's a dry bar, there is an ice cream stand. There are Mexican restaurant. There's Free People or an H&M. Like if you forgot pantyhose, you don't have to wear pantyhose. But if you forgot a hat or you forgot, whatever, there's so many places you just walk outside and it's all there. So this venue is absolutely phenomenal.
Yes. Oh, such good reminders. Oh my goodness. Well, I think we've covered it all. Yeah. We plan to share more every single week. We plan to highlight some of our sponsors, more of our WaveMakers, maybe even a speaker or two over these next Fridays until we are all together again, August 30th for the wine tasting or painting, that welcome reception, and then, you know, dinner wherever you would like to go in Huntington Beach, followed by a full day of conference with stories and talks in the morning, a beautiful lunch shared together. Oh, breakfast on Wednesday, beautiful breakfast, great content, a lunch, followed by those hour version of the masterminds, what we call circle up sessions, that there will be two, one for future leaders and one for current leaders. So you'll be able to walk in whichever room sings to you. And then again, Thursday, live with Leslie Appleton Young. Come grab a coffee and probably something like a pastry, a croissant, maybe something, you know, basic that you can snack on and sip while you're listening to her. She's interviewing someone, but we're not telling you who yet. You got to come back because it's so good. And for those of you who have been asking us to help get your confidence built for public speaking, this is the mother of all talks about public speaking. That's all I'm going to say.
It's going to be fantastic.
Yes. And then more content, and then brunch, and then open networking and circle up sessions in the afternoon. And we look forward to seeing you there. So IamWomanUp.com. Go check it out. Get your tickets. Thank you everyone for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Friday. Bye.
Happy Friday.
Bye.
Bye.